Everybody, welcome back to the Workman's Whiskey. I'm Bobby. Today's whiskey I'd like to review is Jim Beam Double Oak. And guys, as you know, I'm a big fan of Jim Beam products. It's a very iconic whiskey, bourbon. Probably the top bourbon there is as far as being well known and sales. Here in the U.S. And a lot of good whiskeys. I mean, a lot of good bourbons around here. Not necessarily from Jim Beam. I'm just talking commercial wise. You see Mila Kunis on the commercials for Jim Beam. So they get a lot of airplay. It's not my favorite bourbon. I'll say that. Jim Beam's not my favorite bourbon, but it is a very good bourbon, and I enjoy their products immensely. And anytime they come out with a new product, I definitely have to try it out. They've been around a long time, guys. 1795 is when Jacob Beam started the Old Tub Distillery, and over time they lost the Old Tub name. Decided to just call it Jim Beam, and I believe they're on their 7th generation now. Fred No is the main guy now, the main family member doing this thing with Jim Beam products. You got I think Baker Beam is still doing some things. I'm not sure if he might be retired now. I love Bakers. We've reviewed Bakers. But anyway, Jim Beam, very good stuff. And saw this Double Oak on sale at the store for $16.99. And it was a great deal, guys. I mean, this stuff usually runs about $20. Saw it for $16.99. Knew I had to try it out, and as you can see, I've been enjoying it. Very good stuff, and we wanted to share it with you guys. So open her up, give it a pour, and just to let you guys know, this is 86 proof, 43% ABV. I wanted to read you a little bit about this particular product. It says, Jim Beam Double Oak is a whiskey to rival any other. It is first aged in charred American white oak barrels. Then we pour it into another freshly charred barrel to mature for a second time. The added interaction with the oak wood results in a liquid intense in flavor, smooth in taste. And guys, I don't know exactly how, about the aging process, like what they. I know that the base product for Jim Beam, the white label, is aged for 4 years. So this one, I'm guessing, is pretty much the white label that they just take out after those 4 years and put into another barrel for who knows how long. But I would guess that this whiskey is somewhere between 4 and 6 years old, if I had to guess. So let's take a look at the color here. And the color is like a medium, I'd call it a medium amber. Some good barrel char, of course, what you'd expect from a bourbon that's been in 2 different barrels. Looks like it's got some nice, like as I said, barrel char there. Some good age to it. And on the nose, guys, you definitely get what you'd expect as far as the oakiness. It's got some good oak notes in there, some good barrel char, some good caramel notes, sweet corn, some good spice, definitely some good spice in there. Maybe some, a little bit of rye spice, but mostly like baking spices, clove, cinnamon, stuff like that. And what I'm not getting from this that much is that you get in the white label is that kind of grainy hay note. I notice a lot of hay the smell of hay in the white label. And this one, it's not really coming through. This one definitely has a unique smell to it, you know, different than the white label. So some good vanilla in there. Let's give it a taste. Guys, on the palate here, you definitely get some great oak notes. I mean, if you don't like, if you don't particularly like, you know, oak, that strong oak note in a whiskey, in a bourbon, you may not like this. It's got definitely some strong oak in there. Back to the sweetness, it's got some good corn notes in there. You know, that sweet corn. It's got a really good caramel and toffee notes to it. Some good vanilla. Those baking spices, as I said, the cinnamon, some clove, maybe some like nutmeg in there. It's just a well balanced whiskey, guys. It's a really well balanced whiskey. I mean, for $17, you're talking about, you know, this was $4 or $5 more than I can get the white label for here in California. And you know, it's just between the spice, the wood notes in there, the oak notes, and the sweetness. It just it's got some good stuff going on. And for, you know, anywhere from 16 to probably low 20s, 22, $23. You can't go wrong with this. Definitely give it a shot. Try it out. If you find it at the store, buy a bottle. At a bar, get a shot, see if you like it. You know, try to savor some of those notes. Just sip this one. I wouldn't add anything to this. No water or ice. You know, if you like, if you like your whiskey with ice or water, excuse me, you know, go with it. But I would definitely try it straight first and then go from there. Guys, a while back, one of my subscribers, Frank watches my videos. He's always got great feedback. And a while back, it's been a while now, he suggested maybe having me, you know, rate whiskeys, you know, give them a rating. You know, I see some of these reviewers, and no offense to them, I mean, to each their own, but, you know, they'll give a whiskey an 8.7 out of 10. I don't know the difference between an 8.5 and an 8.7, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to give it a grade, you know, A through F, and tell you whether I'll, you know, I recommend a whiskey or not. So, you know, when you put, I think you just need to put, you know, total value together as far as price and quality, you know. So for the price and quality of Jim Beam Double Oak, I would give this one a solid B. You know, if I had to kind of nitpick a little bit, I wish the nose was a little bit better on this one, because I definitely get some notes on the palate that I didn't get on the nose. So if the nose was a little bit better for this, it'd be up there near an A, you know. And but for what this is, you know, it's a great value, guys. So Jim Beam Double Oak, definitely get yourself a bottle, get a shot of it, you know, just sip it and see where you want to go from there. And that's about it for this one, guys. Until next time, cheers.